Alright, so let's have a look at how they kind of work this Sova and how we kind of work the fade. The only difference is in the comp is the Sova and the fade. Generally, the macro, how you play it, is pretty much similar. Obviously, with fade you get 2 dogs, with Sova you get the drone and a recon. So with fade you get better prowlers, obviously, but the drone is pretty decent. To be fair, I think Sova's better defense. Fade, actually, I think Sova just might be a bit better. He provides quite a lot of stuff, so we'll see this. So we go for an old strat. Never failed before, but today it just didn't work, which is sad. I think it's because Jorgamo ended up doing a flank, but not actually using his nade until it was too late. What we should have done here, so we've gotten ourselves into a decent post plant. We've got a guy under, 2 guys under. Durka's not got a nade, so these guys can come up on the flank and catch the flankers. And then we've got me and Alfia playing delay, but unfortunately I don't have a lineup from Heaven. I should have probably learnt one actually. So the nade comes in, which means we activate our nano, but we only have one because the other one got broken, which is quite sad. So you can see here, I had to use my nano a bit earlier. I use it now as the nade comes in because I'm like, oh no I don't. Oh yeah I do. So I used it just as the nade comes in. So I'm already done my my molly a bit too early, which is sad. And let's see how this round could have played out better. So Chronicle has stun, flash, kaboom. If Jorgamo takes this, what would have been nice is if we asked Chronicle to stun for us. But we haven't done this setup in a while. He actually does stun for me, but he actually doesn't get any of them because slightly off angle. Only gets the raise and the other guy betrays me, which is decent. How does Durka die? So Durka dies. Obviously, they're clearing the stairs. He goes 1 for 1. And then Leo goes 1 for 0. But unfortunately, us in Heaven didn't really do that well. We went 1 for 3. With Chronicle actually getting caught running out here at this point. Unfortunately, Chronicle did still have his kaboom, so that could have been used for post plant from Heaven maybe, but it's difficult to know if he could have gone into Heaven. I can't actually remember. Kaboom, thank you for Carboom, sorry, thank you for the sub. Ellie Star, Analyze, thank you all for the subs. So yeah, they win the round with a nice little flank there, and you're going to see a lot of that stuff happening from kind of both sides. Boosted in my little alarm bot, the one that I gave Alfie. I don't know if yeah, they just kind of did the same one. So what this does on ecos, I actually don't really understand it that much. But I think it's because like people are gonna have a sheriff, and if you do a passive alarm bot, they'll get into this lurk corner, and they might find a timing of you rotating potentially. You can see the Rage just spotting here, Sova spotting there, and Breach ready to support either with a quick rotation towards B. So let's see what happens here. The alarm bot goes off, so we know that, hey, they know that we could be walking upstairs. So maybe it's going to make us not want to walk upstairs as hard with our sheriffs. But we knew that this guy was behind the box. Durka saw him, so he decided to go for the nade. So we ended up investing a nade for nothing. But we're on an eco, so it doesn't matter too much. Can you publish this VOD, please, Daddy? Yeah, I can see what I can do about that. So now we're essentially just going for some orbs. You can see Alfia is 4-5 now, so we're just trying to farm Alfia some orbs just so we can have some good rounds before their Brimstone gets ulti. So their Brimstone getting ulti is a bit awkward for us, but they do have a way of actually breaking some of these ultis from underneath. Com has a lineup from sight paired with the Breach Kaboom. So you're going to see here the main guys are just doing a bit of noise here. Obviously timing is timing. The enemy team ends up pushing because we've ended up taking pretty much all the maps, so they wanted to retaliate with a push out A main. And now we kind of just run out dish. Nothing really to it. We got all the orbs that we wanted to. Alfia is now 1 off ult. So here, I think I'm thinking like there's 2 ways I can do this. We could, 1, go for the ult orb on stairs and then go into a killjoy ulti round. However, I think that we have the better guns. So I'm thinking to myself, we just let them play into us, so they know that we're 1 off killjoy and they might think that I want to play off of it, so we just let them we just play somewhat anti-rush here. I don't normally come towards arcade, so you can see here Durka's I actually don't know what we're doing here. I'm going for full information. So Leo dogs into A main, tells me what's going on there. Durka does a boombot stairs, tells me what's going on there. The enemy team decides to push, and we're already kind of taking dish control. And then essentially what happens is, because they've decided to push, we need to ramp up now. So you can see me kind of entering with my little uh, whatever it's called, iPad out. And then I just end up doing these smokes. We want to kind of like little molly into CT to stop anyone flooding. We do a nice little break of the recon there. And we get a nice kill off the breach. And then it's just about like we need to take some space, so we just go into main. Like we could go CT, we could go yard, but this round we just try and make it simple, play together and go into main, and we just kind of punish them because yeah, they showed their hand and we reacted to jump out. So this round we're going for a different style now. So now we know that they have breach ulti and they have raise ulti. There was a read against Jorgamo that whenever they have raise ulti, he plays in B heaven, but we kind of forgot it mid game, and they end up doing it later on in the game. This round they ended up kind of wanting to deny our arcade push, and you can see us here. Leo putting some pressure towards the B stairs, but the enemy team is actually pushing us here. And this round is just a battle of utility. They obviously have the better utility with the raise ulti, and here he comes. Durkheim manages to satchel out of it, go 1-for-1. So we didn't really play the round very well there. Obviously they could have contested us on arcade, and they ended up doing that, and they had the better ults to do so as well. They had a breach ult as well if they wanted to invest it. It's not the best for Africa, we call it, but it's still decent. So now we get a kill. We're 4v4. The call is like we don't have any map control. All we know is that they technically aren't there. We can only assume that they're not here or here, but we don't fully know. So it's a bit of a question mark. But because Leo made some presence at the start, I'm just kind of thinking they don't know. Like they could have potentially pushed this, but because they were so heavy here, surely they haven't also pushed that A main, because the Killjoy side is going to be a bit more turtley, and this Killjoy is a bit more turtley. Leaking the ante, yeah, that's true. So now we're just kind of taking it slow, clearing out angles. I end up using both smokes here. We see the smoke going across here, so that means, hey, they could be fighting us. Chronicle gets a really nice stun off on Com. Com swings. Also on their breaches stun, I think. Ethan must have stunned for him. Oh, no, he didn't. They might have kaboomed for him. Oh, no, they kaboomed down to delay us. And then we just decided to ulti just to kind of secure the round. You know, they got big ults as well. It's not fully over yet. The ulti wasn't actually that good from Chronicle. I think there was a bit of miscommunication. We knew one guy was on site, but if we just spot that if there's no one there, then Chronicle could have done an ulti like this, which would have been a little bit better to actually take the site and also stop these like Jenny angles, especially with this smoke. What this smoke means here in this choke, it means that people are going to flood and they can play around here and feel somewhat safe. Obviously the stairs is a bit more scary from this angle, like someone peeking at the smoke, but they know we're kind of heavy towards arcade right now. Well, they don't know, but I guess they kind of know. So yeah, and then we just got to trade out now. I got no smokes to my name, so we end up doing a safe plant. Leo gets into this angle, which is super strong in post plants where it's like man disadvantages and stuff. Leo gets a nice kill there, and then I'm just kind of, I don't really know what I'm doing. Alfia just swings and ends around. So we've had Killjoy ulti for 2 rounds now. We must be coming close to their Brim having ulti. 2 more rounds left. So in my head, this is a round where, hey, we have to use Killjoy ulti this round. So let's see what we do. But they're low money. So then at the same time, I'm like, no, we don't have to use Killjoy ulti. So that's why we end up winning 2 rounds by not wanting to use the Killjoy ulti. So this round I do a little fake A presence, and then we just walk upstairs because they're bad money. So we want to kind of stay as 5, and that's generally an easier way to win these sort of rounds is if you stay grouped together, because at least then you can trade out. It's a bit more riskier if you've got raise OTs to worry about and stuff, but how to make my aim is good. Just keep practicing it, brother. Boom. Alfie gets 1. He actually stays, which is wild, but I guess he didn't really know whether to leave or not. And then Leo's off, mate. Easy out of there. I'm underground. Chronicle is dead. So how the hell did Chronicle die? Chronicle just walked into the CT guy, trying to take some control because we know they're flanking. So what some teams do is that if enemy team is flanking, you push into canteen. Is what Liquid love to do. When we played them in that one game, when I watched it back. So every team has their little tendencies, their little reactions to what's going on, especially on attack side and defense. This map is quite a heavy reaction protocol map, so decent round. But so far, I'd say like they're giving us pretty much quite a bit of the map. But at the same time, there's not a lot they can do. Like they have to. Oh my goodness, 3 on the blob. So we actually kind of screw up here. Super nice blob here from Leo. Catches actually 3 on it. But I don't think we kind of did this very well. Actually, Alpheus missed his nano as well. It's actually on the roof. But here, I think I'm not entirely sure what happened here, because there's three on that, but there's no way Durka wins a 1v3 here. He might go 1-for-1, but he's 100% getting traded. And I think here they got the op now. I opened the door on Chronicle's flash, but I opened it a bit too fast. So you can see here Chronicle flashes again, but I think he said he was flashing, but it was something to do with like the door was blocking it. So you can see him running backwards here to do the flash, and by then I've already opened it, and then we ended up losing. So a pretty bad A rush here, pathing wise, and yeah, we get punished because of it. Okay, so next round. So far it's been pretty good from us. You know, we lost pistol, and now we just lost that buy because they got Brimstone ulti, we got Killjoy ulti, they got Sova ulti. We'll never be able to get this Killjoy ulti off anymore, which is why some people probably like playing Cypher over Killjoy. But against some comps, Killjoy's like super good because you can get the ulti like 2 or 3 times and a half. Like against Navi's comp with the Omen and the Viper and stuff, Killjoy's super good because they can't break it. But anyone with Brimstone is a bit awkward. It's like a race for the ultis. So we end up going for the Zeta Division, not Zeta Division, DRX style B Rush. They used it this tournament, so we just kind of added it to our collection. And you can see here the triple smokes to stop them from being able to spam us. You can see from the rotations from EG, they're going for kind of a flood style. They got, but also they're going for the fast retake. They got a Sova ulti, recon, a drone, so those things are going to be very awkward for us. And we've taken quite a lot of time to actually get control of B here. And they end up using a Killjoy ulti here. I end up using a Brim ulti, and I asked Leo to kind of blob it. You little details you don't see here is like, can you blob there, Leo? So you can see here Leo throws the blob, but does not get the raise. So it didn't get the raise, which is unfortunate. And my ulti goes off, but I do get the raise anyway, so we'll take that. So take that. Oh, maybe I did get the raise. Yeah, I think I did get the raise with the blob, so it did work out quite nicely there. We traded the Killjoy for the Brim ult. But we're running out of smokes and they got the AWP, so we need to get the bomb plant down. Honestly, I think Chronicle, what is he doing? Oh, he got spammed. Did he get spammed, or was there a gap in my smoke? Oh, he jumped. Boostio jump spotted over the smoke and then shot through, which is kind of wild. But yeah, we lose Chronicle here, which is the most important plant because my smokes are gone now and they have an AWP. And then Durka taps the bomb, but I think he had to stick it there. But at the same time, they got Sova ulti, so they end up using Sova ulti on Durka, so Durka's smarter than me. And now what do? We have no smokes, no way of actually getting the bomb down. They have an AWP in CT. So the best way to handle this is we need to fight them. We're not going to play for the bomb now, or this. Alfia does the ulti here, but we actually end up going out a lot earlier than the ult. Oh, because they have Brim ult. Oh my goodness, this is actually cool. Was actually kind of fine, in my opinion. So I told Alfia to ulti here. They're going to Brim ulti us, and we have to use the Brim ulti as a smoke to get the bomb down. So they Brim ulti the bomb. So that covers the viewpoint. So we try and get the bomb plant here. And you can see he can't see us crossing, and we're out. The only problem is Durka went for the plant. I think actually to be fair, I've got the molly, so... wait, did Durka have ult? No, Durka getting the plant was actually quite good because he gets ulti, but we have no way of actually helping him out. What did Leo have? Leo's got nothing. Yeah, he used this blob. He should have recon any second now. Oh, he does have recon. So Leo has recon, but he used it now, I guess. So yeah, and I think Leo used the recon now to clear out the canteen area, which is fine, you know. And now the only problem is, oh, Durka actually does get into that angle. Do they have a kaboom? They have shock darts. Oh my goodness, one in the dome. And now we kind of have to play time. Nano comes in, does Durka break it? Yeah, just. Activates ulti to delay time. And then they stun him, and then they get him. Unfortunate. Boostio does really well here as an AWPer. Romy, thank you for the sub. Boom. So unfortunately, Durka goes for the jump peak with the thing, but Busu's done really well there, just covering the walk up. So Busu covers, Com goes up, and the other people come up as well, knowing that Durka won't be able to peak. It's not 100%, but like Busu hits a shot and makes it easier. I do my molly now from heaven. What do we have here? We got nothing. Alfia knows that they've one's pushed stairs now, so Alfia's got to take that one-on-one. Oh my goodness, this round was so unlucky, by the way. So me and Leo decided to double swing now. And I swung. I killed the planter, and then I was killing him, but then this guy came over because Alfia was unfortunate in this fight. But I think what happened was I killed that guy, and I was already starting to try wanting to get out and play time. And you can see, like, I moved a little bit, but then the AWPer was there. I was like, oh, I can actually kill him. So then I stopped to try and kill him, and then I was like, oh, no, I need to get out of here. And then it was too late, and it's GG. Could Alfia done better there? So Alfia's actually in a fight, just playing 1v1. He just wide swings him. I think, honestly, Alfia could have played more time there. I think with the defusal, he was probably a bit nervous. Like, they could be on it, could be on it. And it's a 1v1. But I think if he'd played more time, it would have been a... It's like, this is like min-max though, stream. Like, it's very difficult to really tell you what's going on. Alright, this round, let's have a look. So we're going for a fast A main default. This is like old school Gambit, I think. Throughout the tournament, what happens is, like, you just end up making more stuff. Well, I do. It's not every tournament, but this tournament, I was really feeling it, you know. I really wanted to... Fracture was a bit rusty. We hadn't played it in a while, especially in official. We hadn't played it the whole season. And we were getting a bit bored in scrim, so I had to find ways of, like, we haven't changed the comp, so we have to find ways of making sure we don't forget everything. Because what happens is, like, you get good at a map, and then in scrims, you just kind of forget stuff because you just end up just killing everyone and banging everyone on it. To the point where you just don't really realize how anymore. So we kind of go for a fast A main here. And unfortunately, like, Booster gets me with a recon here. This is the double shock sound. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. I get hit by drones, so I'm a bit scared about them shooting me from heaven. And so I end up, like, trying to tuck in, but I get shock darted once. And then instead of just swinging him for the second shock dart, I tried to dodge it again. I end up running into it. And then meanwhile, like, on A, you'll see here from Breach and Raze, they actually... do a really nice play here. You can see Chronicle say, I'm going to flash feed Decker. So he flashes, but I'm honestly, we don't know where the flash went. I think it went in here in CT spawn. He wanted to flash like this box or on this bit, but he ended up flashing in the spawn. So then this AWPer's not actually blind, gets a lovely flick onto Durka, and that could have been the difference making, you know, like that was the difference between the round win or loss pretty much. All right. So this round we go for a little... I just tell Leah and Chronicle to throw recon towards Arcade. And then I was like, we're going to group aim... Oh, no, I was like, they love to push A main. So we're going to throw some shit towards Arcade and hopefully they push A main. Unfortunately, this actual anti... I call it an anti-strat because I was like, this is going to work. I remember thinking. But actually, now that I think about it, it makes zero sense. Like, they're going to push A main. But they ended up not pushing because we break the recon. And then also we're running into a breach stun, breach kaboom, raised nade. It's like we're not going to take A main against them. What we should have done is done that and then just gone. Instead of going A main, we leave however many here and we just go dish and we split them. Because if their reaction is to push A main, it means this side is weak, so then we can crunch them from both sides. So I don't really know what I did that for. And when I watched this back, I was like, we're gonna ban Fracture anyway. But I was like, if we were to play them for some reason, I'm gonna do that next time and see. But you know, new season now, new meta coming in, Chambers back, so we'll see what teams end up doing. So yeah, we end up taking A main. We do actually get it from them, which is cool. But I only had 2 smokes. So I end up smoking Heaven and Thingy, and Dish was open. We end up using a breach ulti there, but it gets the whole of sight, but we can't actually capitalize off it because we have no dish smoke. So I kind of screwed up here. We didn't push through the smoke. We just entered, honestly. Like this here, like I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Why we're too scared to go through the smoke here. But Durka made it through, breaks the recon. We just need one satchel, one one and to go off that ulti, but we're just too disjointed. No one's going. We've got Chronicle going main, Leo going main, Alfia holding flank. We've got me and Dirk entering, but we're just not ready. We're too scared of this operator, even though the operator's on B. And yeah, so, and by the time that we actually end up trying to go, the smokes are gone. So it's like, what have we done? Who is the best aimer in Valorant? Bro, you can just ask me like a normal person. The best aimer in Valorant is probably like Alfia. But like everyone has different aim styles. Chronicle's aim super crisp, Leo's aim super crisp. Alfia's aim's probably the crispest, but Dirk has also got crisp aim, but it's in a different way. Like everyone's got, it's weird. And to be fair, my aim is the best in the world. Like, I'm just too busy looking at mini-maps. Look at me. I'm looking at the floor right now. I'm giving the enemy team a chance. This round we're going for a little bit of arcade control. So I think it's because I want to grab an orb, maybe. Oh no, it's just because I'm just like, hey, let's go back to arcade. That was working. And also we got breach ult, so I was like, maybe we can breach ult the B site. But this is the round I was on about. Jorgamo, A heaven, B heaven with a raise ulti, and I saw him as well. I saw him here jump spot after the smoke goes down. I don't understand why in my head I thought it would be a good idea to just keep going into him despite seeing him. Look, we see him now. I see him now, and I only realized, ready, now that I use these two smokes, I was like, oh, Razor's got ulti, care. And by then it's too late. Like the call's been made. We're committing. I've ran through this smoke to try and see if I can flank on him. But then there's a random alarm bot on site. So the alarm bot has actually caught me there. And then, oh, we actually did a really nice blob here from Leo. And you can see I'm hiding. Everyone's kind of hiding from this raise. Oh, he actually gets 0 value from it, right? He gets 0 value from it, but he doesn't also get 0 value. He might not get a kill with it, but he delays us long enough to not even get the sight, not even get the heaven. The smokes are gone, and once again, Boosty is back with the AWP. So that's the only problem that we're having against EG in this game, was they delayed us too long that we couldn't even get the bomb down because they have shocks, nades, kabooms, recons, drones. It was very awkward to try and get the plant, and they just punished us. Like, the smokes go, Boostier's got the AWP, call it a day. Next round. Alright, so they go for the same setup here. Demon 1 doing his Demon 1 angle in Canteen. We actually call, I don't call this Demon 1, but I do say I'm going into the Demon 1 angle because he's unreal at that angle in Canteen. It's the one where you shoot from here and you shoot this way. I've seen so many clips. Oh, well, when I watched the VOD, I've seen so many of them. Yeah, they ended up delaying my brim smokes. Okay, so we end up going under here. We have a breach ulti. It's second from last round. What are we trying to do here? Am I trying to grab orbs? Yeah, I can grab this orb here. Oh no, we're giving it to Durka because he's one off, which means the next round he'll be able to get his raise ulti. Or, actually, what am I doing here? We dog. Dog doesn't see anyone, so I was trying to break the turret. And then Boostier's actually peeked through my smoke. Oh no, I was trying to fake it a little bit. But he actually peeked through the smoke and somehow got me. Let me have a look. So the dog dodged it. Yeah, I mean, I'm just noobing it. I don't know what I'm doing. We're trying to do a little fake because I realized that they weren't playing on the B site. And when you're not playing on the B site, these smokes will cause big rotations, flank pushes and stuff. And we know that they're not pushing dish, so I wanted to kind of fake and then go back to dish. But I overcommitted on the fake, and that's the one bad thing because I'm also a brimstone. So I just wanted to kill the turret and get out, but Boostier's just owned me. He's crazy for that. It's crazy, but it's also like, it's good. Like, he can easily get one and out there. B main's been smoked. I don't know. He's got the alarm bot on B main, so that's it. That's why he's so confident. Alarm bot knows that he does nothing to worry about here, so he can go for this peek. It's not even like getting killed from this angle. He can only see this. Only these guys can actually trade him unless there's anyone in front of this. So yeah, just out. I'm getting out macroed, mate. I'm looking like a bot this game. And to be fair, we were a bit newbie. On defense, we actually do manage to bring it back pretty well, but it's too late by then. Okay, Jorgamo gets the 2 there. So this round, we end up doing the turret. But actually, the turret's way too deep now that I think about it. Why did we do it there? So he ends up peeking here, and he's actually got the angle, and we just nonchalantly walk into him. He gets double there. So what the hell? We'll use Deadlock for upcoming VCT Masters. I don't even know if it's possible to use it in VCT Masters. The only... You know who's going to use Deadlock? Loud. They're the team to use Deadlock. I don't think any other team's crazy enough to use it. It's dark. Na'Vi. Yeah, but I don't know if Na'Vi can use it in the LCQ. How long is a water session on average? With the team, normally like 45 minutes to an hour. Paper X, nah, I don't think it suits Paper X's explosive playstyle. Who's going to play it? Got to think about their roles as well. You got to have Raze, Jingo and Raze pretty much every map. So that's already one spot taken. You need one smoker, so Mind Freak. And then you need a Sentinel, so Forsaken / Devi. But Devi's playing Initiator right now. And then Something, he'll be only playing Jets and Rainers. And so I'm just left with one more spot. And I feel like I need another Initiator there or a secondary smoker. Not the Deadlock. So there you go. I don't know how good Chamber Something was at Chamber, and I don't know if they'll want to put Forsaken on Chamber either, but we shall see. Yeah, so we end up losing this round just because we lost 2 entries early. Oh no, we didn't. What the hell? We end up bringing it back. So this is like one thing that we're really good at, and I think it's just the players that we have. We're just able to pull back rounds, I believe. So Breach Ulti for Breach Ulti comes out. Chronicle's actually hunting Com here, gets the kill. I end up getting a kill onto the CT guy who gets Mol ultied as well. So that's, boom, 3v3 already. I got my Brim ulti. Chronicle, boom, 3v2. And I'm falling into the plant spot. Oh, we actually lose this, right? So they killed Jolty here. And I wasn't going to kill Jolty. They killed Jolty because I didn't think it was that scary. And I didn't realize he was already dropped to here. So I made the mistake here because I didn't want to ulti it. And someone said they're coming now, so I wanted to ulti here and just kind of stop them from really wanting to push out, but for some reason he's actually already got to here. I didn't spot him on the jump spot, which is really unlucky because I jump spot before moving back and I didn't see him there, which is unlucky, else I would have changed my ulti. And you can see here I ulti the heaven kind of area, whilst also, where is the ulti? It's around there, right? So I didn't get the ulti with it because I didn't think it was that important. And I end up dying because of it. If I got the ulti and just played tucked in, I actually think we would have been more fine in the first place. And then Leah's in the 1v2. Okay, so pistol round. Oh, this pistol actually bangs, by the way. So this round I was just like, I had to make pistols. Like, you know, it's an important game. Winner of this game gets top 2 and goes straight to the final with a really advantageous vetoes. Like, especially for us, because at this event we didn't play Pearl. So we just get to avoid Pearl the whole event. So I had to make a pistol, and this pistol was kind of like turret. If they break it, stun, and Durka, you go kill them. Double sheriffs. Because the boys are always asking, like, can I buy sheriff on pistol in scrims? I'm like, no, we need utility. But today, I was like, I'm going to give you what you guys want. Sheriffs. And you go peek those stairs angles and get the sheriff kills. And we actually banged them. So nice. I'll take it. And that's exactly what you want. Like Fracture, I think defense, like not winning pistol round on attack is okay because the first buy is fairly. I'm confident that you can win it, but for some reason, if you don't win the first pistol on defense on any map, like the bonus round is always a bit more scarier, you know, against attackers. So it's nice to get the first pistol round on defense all the time. I love that. That's how we snowball. So Avia is kind of holding for the swing, but then decides to back off. They're going for a little orb grab here. You'll see, like, Comms lining up a little recon. Oh, no, shock dart for the top. Oh, no, they're going fast. But Avia instantly just shuts them down with a Marshal. We've got my Molly coming in the choke, my 2 smokes. And we've kind of thwarted their attack. But then, oh, my goodness, that guy came from heaven. Whiffed a bit on Avia. Avia punishes. And is just marshalling them all through. And then we flood in as well. Nothing crazy. Right, so let's see this recon here. So Com's doing a recon attack side for the dish. As you can see, it lands right into this corner here, so that ends up clearing this, it clears this, it clears this. It's pretty much full dish control if the enemy team isn't there, which is like no other agent can actually do that. The Fade Recon's really difficult to kind of land. I think it lands around here, so the fact that the Real can get this angle is huge. It just means that, hey, they have to at the start of every round have one person there just to break the recon. But we didn't end up doing that this round because we have a bonus round. So what we've ended up calling is like an A main push, you know. And I did say, careful, he likes to play this angle, but unfortunately he just manages to punish us here. We end up contacting into him, which isn't normal for us. We normally are meant to use one of our utils. Normally we use a Fade Dog or a Boombot, and then we flash and like throw all our other utils. So we just walked into him here. Chronicle was ready with the stun, but like it was a newbie from us a little bit there. I didn't realize that was how it went down. So we end up losing someone. Alfia ends up pushing B stairs as a reaction because like we need to get a kill back. Oh, we ended up losing 2 actually. Chronicle gets killed from the dish guys on the rotate back. I end up pushing the A here because it's like generally what happens is if enemy teams make pressure and then they just stop, they're generally going to the other site. Boom, and they end up actually faking it. And so they do a little fake arena here. Catch me here. Double swing. If I was Durka, maybe I get to that. But I'm not. I'm just a little twink. Alright, so Durka goes for an AWP peak, gets a nice little kill there, instantly punishing them. I can't actually remember why we bought the AWP out, but Durka wanted to go for the AWP kill, wanted to punish their cargo default. We call this cargo and we call this Africa. Mainly because like if you look out over here, it looks like the Lion King. And then this is just like, I don't know why we called it cargo, but there's lots of like cargo Bay Area kind of vibes going on. So alright, so here we go for the AWP peek onto the main. Durka gets a lovely little pick onto Com. They actually tried to punish us here, but no luck with that. And now Durka's just holding the B stairs. I'm jump spotting the kind of what's it called, arcade, and we end up swapping me and Chronicle because I want to go to here and spot from here instead, with Durka spotting the stairs. I can comfortably jump spot. And then we just got these two playing retake A now, mainly because we have a man advantage, and secondly because we don't have much map control. They broke our turret. They end up doing that. Oh, they actually broke our nano as well, which is a shame. And they end up coming out on A here. So we know that they haven't gone yard, so retake should be fairly easy. Once you have yard, you just got to you choose either to go through main or through the thingy together. They got 2 giant smokes here in the middle, so I think, let's see what we end up deciding. We end up deciding to pressure the A main. So I'm kind of pressuring it with Leo with my smoke. Leo's dogging it now. And meanwhile, we're actually going to go through this bit. But the only problem is we're using all this util. You see like my brim. I think that's my brim molly. Yeah, so I missed my brim. Oh no, I used my brim molly at the door actually. To start around here. And then... So what happens is Demon 1 actually misses his brim molly, but they got a smoke here. He doesn't miss it, sorry. He smokes and mollies the gap so they can't run through it. And then Durka uses his nade, but the problem with this nade is that it gets 0 value because they're smoked, so we can't actually see if they're running out of the nade, which is a shame. But Chronicle gets a kill. Maybe it was because of the nade, so maybe Durka's nade was good there. And Leo's just here. You can see how he's just constantly pressuring, just opening the door, while we actually try and take the site, and then we end up crunching together. We push up. I get another one. And I whiff. And then Alfia punished. Thank goodness Alfia didn't trust in me to cover him there. Hey, no right. So this round, enemy team has Brim ult and Sova ulti. So we're just trying to do a push and just kind of like catch them. We're also trying to get Durka the orb, but I don't think Durka kind of clocked on until now. Oh, no. Why are we not grabbing? There we go. So I remember saying like grab the orb, because we want that Raze ulti for the retake. But what ends up happening here is they end up getting the site for free, going through the A main again. And here you can see now Durka and Breach are on the flank. This round, if I was smart, I knew that Sova had ulti. So I was thinking Sova's going to play around here with the ulti late game. They got Brim Molly and Brim ulti as well. I need to do a late flank. So I go for the super late flank, thinking like I've done a smoke in main, so I've made some pressure. Now I want to go on the big flank, and I screw up here. What I should have done is let Com use his ulti, because look, they recon here to clear out the flank. If I just let him use his ulti, then killed him after he activates it, that would have been the best play in the world. I only thought about it afterwards, like after I killed him, but that would have been better because I just shoot him instantly because I'm kind of panicking. Not panicking, but I'm like, I need to kill him for some reason. But I didn't actually need to kill him. You can see Demon One's like lining up his little Brim ulti here. Honestly, what they should have done is Demon One needed to learn a lineup. I had to learn a lineup. Coach Mini was calling me a noob for not knowing one, so I learned a Molly lineup from Mako, and then Demon One should have been really with Com here, looking this way. Actually, Com should have been here, holding here. So what should have happened is, Com should have been here, or I don't know, anywhere, kind of spotting the flank. Demon One here with a Molly. When he feels like he should Molly, he just shoots the Molly, and then ultis after, or he just ultis first, then shoots the Molly, and then Com can have his ulti out ready afterwards. And then also they'd see me there, and then it would change around. But honestly, at this point, I wasn't even looking. No cap, I wasn't even looking at my thing. So that's why it took me so long to shoot him. I was like expecting him to swing, but at the same time, I wasn't. It was weird. So yeah, I made a mistake there of not killing him, and it kind of it owns us in this next round. So you'll see here they take attack now. We've been playing quite a lot of A retakes, so now you'll see us play 3 towards A. And maybe we want to kind of play a bit more aggressively. So we have breach there, raise solo onto the B, and we'll see what they do. What do they have? They have Sova Ibrahimovi still. Durka kind of posted up, but then he ends up leaving the angle. I think he could have stayed potentially, but this angle's fine. So they end up droning, pretty decent drone. Tap the orb, see if they can bait any of our stuff, and they've got full map control. A main guys are actually pushing out here, which I don't mind, honestly, against whatever they're kind of doing against us right now. They end up pushing out A main and killing the turret, and that will speed up the enemy attackers kind of round. So let's see what happens here. So they recon through, they come through with the Raze ulti, they're pushing to CT spawn with the Raze ulti and a Sova ulti. Boom, I died because of it. So just imagine if the Sova ulti wasn't getting active right now. He did just blind ulti, which is kind of funny. But here we were playing retake on B, but the Raze ulti ends up pushing us super hard. We go 1-for-1, which is decent trade, but we do lose my smokes, which is the worst trade because the smokes are so good for retakes. They end up breach ulting us after that. We could boom them back. We kill them again. Now 2v4. Alright, so what do we have here? We've got a flash and a killjoy nano. So we just need to go together. Durka's out, and the boys are kind of crossing together. We know one's in heaven. Durka's honestly, if I'm Durka here, I sit still. Like after this, oh no, I wouldn't. So what's happened here for Durka is he's in the open. I thought he's actually more in canteen, but because he's in the open, he's a bit scared about these angles swinging off of him as well. So he can't just sit there and hold this angle. This nano is actually quite good from Althea, but obviously they smoked the B main as well, so maybe it's not as good. And then Com ends up going that. Demon One's got his ult, and then Con just dies in it. It was quite funny. He's like, oh, I died. Bro. Luckily, Althea gets a win. So we kind of screw up the retake there because we didn't have my smokes, but we're very fortunate that they end up pushing us really hard. If they just went for that 1-for-1, we didn't have smokes, we would have lost that round. But they kept pushing, and then we ended up 4-for-2, and we almost lost 4v2. So do you think there's a reason why most of have been on controllers? I think it's just an easier agent. Playing around the smokes on defense as well is super comfortable for me. It requires less aim. Like you smoke up, you can use some other util, and you can use the timing of your util to play around the smokes and stuff. Pull up Twitter and the browsers don't work, man. What's Twitter gonna do? We roughly know what they're doing anyway. What do you guys feed Alpha? Eggs. That guy eats bear eggs. So they're going for a little dish control again. This time we actually got Leo posted up forward to break their recon. And what that means is we break the recon, they end up stunning anyway, and then doing a satchel. So they end up taking the dish anyway, but they end up using a bit more util for it. Like if it was just a recon not getting broken, they've still got their stun up and stuff. What do they have? No ults. What do we have? Killjoy ult, breach ult. So we're playing maybe breach ult. If we take B. I guess because Dirk has got the op here. They tried to drone him off. So he hides from the drone. We stun him back into position. Now he's got A main again. This is the only problem now. So they recon. Now he actually gets pinged. No one there to break it for him, which is sad. And then he peeks into the dish. Boom. Jorgamo's got the angle. Jorgy boy. I think this ulti was actually kind of bad from Chronicle. Mainly because they did smokes. So it makes sense for him to ulti off of their smokes. But I think what he had to do was ulti for Leo. When Leo says ulti, and then Leo can maybe punish them as they're coming out. Because I smoked the main here. So we've ulted to delay them on the dish, but that's it. All we've done is delay, and now here they come. And then they just kill him. Like, they can just easily play time. Oh my goodness, never mind. I'm the best in the world. I forgot about this round. Look at that. One of the best. And look at me. Not overheating. Gets the 3 kills and gets the hell out of there. Mainly because I wasn't expecting to get the 3 kills. But normally after that, I don't like to overheat because, I don't know, it's just not really my playstyle. Yeah, I actually forgot about that. So now me and Alfia play together and we end up losing the round anyway. Nah, I'm joking. I think we end up winning it, but I think I told him I was going to go first. Oh no. So we end up ulting here. But I think what we could have done actually is use we were a bit scared that he has an AWP. Actually, that was what was happening. So Alfie ends up ulting here, but maybe we could have done a slightly better ulti, like Get Right or something. Get Right, it's not really called Get Right, but it's Get Right for me in my head. It's here, and that ulti would have got everything, even in the main. So it would have made him have to come in and swing into the ult. So we end up pushing him only towards the back of the site here. I do a little money on the left side, and Alfie is posted up like a good little lad he is, to stop him from kind of escaping to the left. As you can see here, he wants to get out of main. He wants to go this way because if he gets into main, at least he can see if we're on it from main and take a slightly better angle than playing around here and trying to 1v2 from here. It's still possible to 1v2 from there, but yeah. He should have ulted, right? He could have ulted, but I think because I have no Brim ult, they get a free round this round to ulti us. Anyway, so we end up doing this, and it doesn't work. But it should have worked. That's the annoying thing. I fucked up. Why am I here? I need to smoke the main. If I was actually someone else, and I get to smoke the main, it's GG. What a tease. Yeah, I'm tickling the balls. I'm tickling the balls. For 100 gifted subs, I'll tell you. No, I'm joking. I won't tell you regardless, so don't gift. Tickling the ball, little tickle. Anyway, carrying on. So yeah, what ends up happening is they ulti up, and then obviously we end up breaking the ulti, and then they run up still. But we didn't play it right. This was such a free round. Like, look at all this util. Like, it was such a beautiful round. It could have been so beautiful, but... Oh, we actually look quite good this game on defense. On attack, like, we look dog. But on defense, I'm actually quite liking how good we look. We were prepped and primed to win this shit. Oh my goodness, what am I doing with an AWP? Who gave me that? It was because of Dirk. I had it the last round. As if he's there, though. He heard me. Yeah, he heard me. Man, I didn't run the whole way until here, but why did I run there? Oh my goodness, they think that we're going to do a defo push on top of the box. They think they're that desperate, but we end up just going for a contact dish push here. Catching Boostio. Bye-bye, Boostio. And also it means I get my ulti from the orb. So I'm chilling. Dirk is chilling. And then instead, I think I said, you guys push A main, because they've reacted and gone fast aim in. I want them on the flank. We know that Sova's got an ulti, so I want them to go and find the ulti. Kill that Sova for me. But Com actually lets them pass. I have not seen this either. What the hell? This is so funny. He actually... What the hell? He didn't know that we've passed, I don't think. That's so funny. Mate, I thought you ulted from Dish. I was so confused. Like, I was like, where are they? They end up pushing CT spawn. We kill that guy. I got my ult. Where's my ult? Where did I ult? I ulted the breach. Did I ult the breach? Oh no, I'm trying to... Where is my ult? I ulti the site now, but like, what am I doing? Why is it so late? No one's able to capitalize off that. Oh, is it because Leo did a blob? No, it's not even because of that. Why did I just ulti now? Makes zero sense. We got the flank coming in. We got the info coming in. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my goodness. So I end up early ulting and we get zero value out of it. And they end up resetting into position. Leo gets a nice push while we wait for the flankers. Now here come the flankers. Oh, I'm throwing. Boom. Nice kill from Alfia. Come on, come on. This is when my ulti would have been good. Boom. Another nice kill from Alfia. And here we actually could have done two halves. We could have done Alfia tanks one and gets half and dies. And then he has to, the enemy team has to use two ultis on Alfia to stop him. So then all we need to do is Alfia tanks one, dies. Leo tanks the last one, lives, and we win this round. Look, one, you tank that one. Boom. Second one, Alfia's dead, but Leo gets on it now, tanks that one. Boom, diffused. It was a high, what's the word? It was like a, everyone needed to become faker. Alright, so this round we're just, I'm not entirely sure what the call is, so we don't have ults. What do they have? They're one off breach ult, one off brim ult. I think I just, you know, we lost that round. It's 12-9. I was just like, screw it. Let's just push. So we end up going for the push here. Durka satchels in. He actually fucks his pathing on the dash and the satchels there. I think he's because he got stunned or something. So he does the nade. Nade does really well on comm there. Yeah, he ends up dying, unfortunate. They end up stunning instantly the stairs, which is kind of wild. Rough round. I'm super shy, super shy. Yeah, and then they end up grabbing the orb now. Who's got the ult? Breach ult. So they go back to A main and they breach ult A. But then they breach ult yard actually. Well, this is a good molly from Alfia actually. It's a nice molly to make him think that we're actually wanting to hold the yard, and I do this smoke as well. So it's actually quite an interesting little play we do here. But we're so late. Like, look at us. We ended up going for some like arcade push after they got the kill on Durka, and like we're so they're one step ahead of us this round, and we're faffing around clearing out under for some reason. And now Alfia's solo on site, gets one kill. Where's he off to now? Leo dies to that guy. That's actually so unlucky, right? He's marked, he's 10 HP. And Leo dies, and Alfia gets traded by Boostio. And then, oh wait, hold on. Is that the best play you ever seen? Nope, it's Boaster. GG. Will you upload this to YouTube? Yeah, probably. I mean, I need to get my editor on it. If I have one. Oh, this is a really good kaboom. I won't tell you why, but it's a good kaboom. You can... Yo, what are you tapping your chest? Yo, bro! You gonna have a scrap back outside? You wanna have a scrap in LA? Is that what you want right now, bro? Do it again, I fucking dare ya. Yo, where's he doing it again? The hell, this guy's got mad balls. I'm gonna have to meet him outside, catch him outside. Little 1-2 buckaroo, left, right, good night. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to leave a comment if you want some of this lovely